impossible! Search your feelings. You know it to be true. No! No!
Hello everyone, this is Reach of the Sky. Perhaps you've read the patch notes for 1.41.29. Perhaps you haven't. If you haven't, consider yourself very lucky. Because it makes for some very difficult reading. Difficult in the sense of understanding the logic behind the decisions, and difficult as in the emotions. If you're a Japanese player, you might want to commit seppuku after reading these notes. I'm talking, of course, about the new plane battle ratings. The Japanese A6M20, a 1940 plane, now has a higher battle rating than the P-47, D-25 and D-28, which are 1944 planes. Not only is the P-47 4 years older, as in 4 years ahead, in development terms, to the A6M2, it's a superior plane. It's superior to the A6M5, for goodness sake. It's much faster, the armament is better. It's just, overall it's a much better plane. The only thing the A6M2 has is low speed maneuverability, and yet the A6M2 is a higher battle rating. Another example, the F4U-1A, the simulator battle rating for the F4U-1A is 2.7, just been lowered from 3.0. The Japanese F4U-1A, identical, that's just been raised from 3.0 to 3.3. It doesn't make any sense. And of course it doesn't make sense because Gaijin are using a battle rating system that is based primarily on player skill and not the plane's performance. So unfortunately, it seems there are far more bad players playing American than there are playing Japanese, for example. If an identical plane has two separate battle ratings in two different nations, it's clear there's a discrepancy in player skill. But this isn't fair. You can't handicap your player base for being good. That's like if Infinity Ward decided to do a similar thing. Like when you got a 7 kill streak, the game kills you and you have to start again because your kill to death ratio is too high. People would just stop playing. And obviously here the same thing's going to happen because it's going to kill the game. Slowly, you may not notice it, but over a period of weeks and months. I mean, the 109 G2 and the F4, those have both been raised again. Let me see where those are. BF 109, here we are. G2 Trop, that's just been raised from 4.3 to 4.7. I remember when it was 4.0, just, what was it, 3 months ago? And the F4 has been raised again from 3.7 to 4.0. It's beggars belief. Some of the Dornier 217s have been lowered, but they still don't have the historical bomb loads, whereas the Year 2s do. And incidentally, the Year 2s have had their battle ratings lowered, when they can carry, 5,000 kilos of bombs? Dear oh dear. P-80A Shooting Star, that's been lowered to 6.0. The Shooting Star now has a lower battle rating than the Focke-Wulf D12, which has been raised to 6.3. It is just... you couldn't make this up. I can't believe what I'm reading. What else is there? Panther, the F9, the F9 F5 has been lowered slightly. I suppose it's okay, it's not the best jet in the game. The Bearcat has been lowered again from 5.7 to 5.3. It's now where the P-51 used to be before it got lowered to 5.0. There are no words. GU-88 has been lowered from 2.3 to 2.0. That's nice. See, the planes that never get flown are the ones that get the most sensical battle ratings. Oh, here we go. The 262s. They've all been raised, apart from the Polk Zerstörer, That's been lowered in arcade, and it's been kept the same in realistic. So your bog standard 262 A1A has been raised from 7.7 to 8.0. If you can understand that, please send me a text. I'm not giving you my number though, so you'll have to send it to yourself and then weep. Lancaster's been lowered slightly, but I believe the B-24's been lowered as well. Where is it? B-24D has been lowered from 6 to 5.7. So a plane that has to defend itself with a few 7.7 rifle caliber MGs against a large, heavily armored American super bomber. Wear away is that its battle rating increased. Okay, did it need that? A number of the Yaks have had their battle ratings decreased. Griffin Spitz have had their battle ratings raised slightly. I suppose that's okay, they're good planes. The Sparvero has been lowered from 3.7 to 3.3. I'm sure everyone was waiting for that. Meanwhile, the Tempest Mach 5 has been raised. I cannot believe this. P-38's been lowered. P-36 has been lowered. The B6R3, the only decent B-17 killer, has had its battle rating raised from 5.3 to 5.7. And in arcade it's been raised, and in simulator it's been raised. I'm an American player. I play, in realistic battles, I primarily play the P-47, the P-51, American planes in general, but now, I don't know if I can even take my P-47 out. I feel dirty. Even at 3.7, I was fighting planes 2 years behind. Oh, and incidentally, the A6M3 has had its battle rating raised again to 4.0. The A6M5 has had its battle rating lowered to 4.7, but who cares? That's hardly consolation for the massacre they've performed. I cannot believe this. Oh dear. Well, that's my thoughts on these changes. As you may be able to tell, they're not to my particular liking. I don't know about you, but this can't be good for the game. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments if you've got something to share, but see you in the next video. This has been Rich with the Sky. Bye guys.